Palmer Hospital for Children opened its doors in 1989, and since then, it's been treating hundreds of thousands of patients every year. The Howard Phillips Center is an important part of how this hospital reaches out to children and teens in our community who need help. In today's Ready, Set, Renovate, we show you a renovation that will help build healthy kids and stronger families. You've probably driven down Michigan Street and noticed this building decorated with colorful art. But you may not be aware of the important work that is quietly happening inside these walls. This is the Howard Phillips Center for Children and Families, a community outreach program of Arnold Palmer Hospital.
At the Howard Phillips Center, we serve over 10,000 children every year across the Tri-County area of Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties. And in the specific area where we are right now, one of our 6 programs is our Healing Tree Therapy program.
These Healing Tree rooms are where skilled professionals counsel young victims of neglect and abuse. In recent years, rates of child abuse have soared in Central Florida. In 2015, Orange County had the 2nd highest number of child abuse reports in the entire state. When children don't receive the help they need, the effects can be devastating, leading to lifelong struggles with addiction and depression, as well as an increased risk of repeating the cycle of abuse. For more than 30 years, the Healing Tree has provided counseling and resources to help victims avoid those risks and grow into healthy adults.
But these kids come here many times for 6 months to 9 months, sometimes a year and sometimes longer. They're coming here for therapy. They're in here for every week. It's intensive therapy, it's counseling, trying to help these kids move past abuse that's occurred. So it's hard work for these kids.
Marie says that hard work can be made a little easier when the children feel safe and engaged with their surroundings.
Anything that can be done to make it a more interesting, fun experience for them, we're really super excited and thrilled about this project. We had a guest from Merlin come in and take a tour, and she was really excited and she thought that she could help us. We showed these rooms and I think she agreed with us that we could have benefited from having something that was a little bit nicer and updated.
Thanks to Merlin Entertainments, the parent company of Legoland, the Orlando Eye, and Sea Life Aquarium, 3 of the center's therapy rooms will get much-needed makeovers.
We've been in this building now 16 years, so we have a lot of wear and tear in here with that many children traveling through and providing services to kids and families for 16 years. Really meant that we needed a facelift here. Our rooms were probably a little dull. We had one room was called the beanbag room, and it really had almost a closet appearance with lots of large beanbags in it. It was comfortable, but probably not visually interesting or exciting for the kids who got services there.
Keith Carr heads up these projects around the country and says the children aren't the only ones who benefit.
We'll partner with local hospitals, centers, try to help bring the magic we have in our theme parks to their therapy centers. If we can put a smile on a kid's face when they walk in and they're able to interact with some of our features, and it kind of brightens the day or help ease the tension and stress that they're going through, that's really the big payoff for us.
The new look will incorporate themes that are appropriate for the various ages of the center's clients.
We're taking 3 of the therapy rooms and we're branding them to 3 different attractions within Merlin Entertainment. So the room behind me is the Madame Tussauds room. So this is featured and focused around superstars, movie stars. So you'll see that Taylor Swift is featured here. We'll have some graphics of our Orlando Eye wheel. The room next to us will be the Sea Life Aquarium, so you'll see jellyfish and sea creatures on the walls. And then we also have a room dedicated to Legoland Florida, so we'll have Lego minifigures, creatures, and a way for the kids to kind of play and build on tables.
The design team had to look past the room's current condition to figure out how to bring the vision to life.
We had to do a site visit, and when we came to the site visit, they had TV monitors on the walls and furniture and shelving and just all kinds of things. They had office furniture in them with no design or anything like that. There was a challenge there. So what we did is we came in, we measured the space, we took a lot of photographs. We did shop drawings from that standpoint. We created elevations. We created renderings. The challenges was the size of the space and trying to put so much into it. Other things that had to be considered were safety issues and fire issues, ADA issues, ceiling heights of only being 8 feet. So there was a lot to do in a small space, especially when you're trying to tell a story.
Once the old furniture and shelving were removed, the Merlin team cleaned and prepped the walls for the custom decals. Meanwhile, just down the hall, a group of volunteers has started work on another project. This space is for the center's youngest clients and has some specific requirements. Therapists use lots of different toys and costumes to communicate with children as young as 3. Keeping everything organized is a big challenge, so the team started with creating storage space.
We found bookcases and storage bins that can go behind doors that kept things organized, and then little totes that hang on the wall for paintbrushes. Then we're having a table built with a sandbox in the middle, so it works multi-function for coloring or painting. And then you'll lift the lid up and there's a sandbox in the middle.
Artist Kathy Bailey has refreshed the walls with a soothing pale blue and will hand paint lively scenes throughout the room.
We're going to paint a tree there, and it's going to go all the way up onto the soffit and then out onto the ceiling. I'm going to paint Dr. Seuss characters, and we're going to put one hanging from the tree. Once they get all of the cabinetry set up and we know where the kitchen is going and the cabinet, I'm going to do characters on top of those areas.
Coming up next on Ready, Set, Renovate, from a big blue shark to a Lego lizard, we'll unveil the charming new therapy rooms.
A lot of hard work, many hours put into it, and to be able to see this venue open with the children in it, I just can't wait.